I decided to make a video documenting my experience so far with a Pocket Operator. I would be very curious to find out if other users are having similar experiences as this. I'm trying to figure out if what I have here represents a normal functioning unit or if it's functioning strangely. Please leave a comment if your unit functions the same or if your unit functions differently. This is already my second factory. I returned the first one today and I just got this home. There's a number of behavioral differences between the two units and I don't know if they are both faulty, or if the first one was faulty and the second one is acting as it should. That being said, if it is acting as it should, I'm disappointed in its behavior. There's only so many functions on it, and even if one of them is frustrating, it kind of kills the whole unit. So the first one I returned because a section of the graphical display was not displaying correctly. It was just blank, and if I pried on the screen, it would come up, and then it would disappear again. My first unit did not play aloud each sound as I scroll through as I'm plugging in the sound I want, and this one does. Okay, so that's quite a difference. The first one didn't make any noise at all, and videos I've watched of people using these thus far, which has only been a few, didn't make noise as they scrolled through. It's kind of a nice feature if you could toggle it on or off, so right away, is this normal or is this broken? The next problem I have is I'll do exactly what I've just done, is I'll set my parameters for the sound I want and plug them in and select them, and then when I go to play them back, oftentimes it will not plug in the parameter that I've tuned in. It will default to some other sound, or some other version of the sound. So it's really like flipping a coin for me. It's like half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. Really frustrating. Both units have done this. So in that example, usually at the beginning I get lucky. So now I'm just going to try and I'm going to mess with it for a minute until it messes up, because it will. Thus far, everything has gone like it should. I have a feeling it's when I want to change one of these steps, once I've already programmed something in. So I'm going to try that. So I'm going to try a really low tone. So as you can hear, as it's playing back these notes to me, I can verify that the tone is what I want it to be. Okay. Okay, right away you can hear that the tone is playing a different pitch. It's playing a different pitch than the one I just selected. Slightly higher. Maybe that's not the end of the world, but because it's just a tone. Well, I mean, that could break it for me, because if I was tuning that to harmonize with another tone, that would be very frustrating. On a more percussive sound, especially when you're pitching really low, that can be everything, because the sound changes so drastically from just the slightest touch. 5. That's the sound I want. That's the pitch. Okay, enter right mode. Scroll the wheel. That's the same pitch. And hit play. Great example. Completely wrong parameter. That is not the sound I wanted at all. It's a really high version. Now, since I haven't left right mode, I can verify. No, I can't. It changed it somehow. The pitch should not change while I'm in right mode still. So as you see, it's now locked into this new pitch. Even if I take my hand off and I change the pitch, I change the A wheel, it should change the pitch if I weren't in right mode. But it locks it in. It locks it into the wrong pitch. This is what happens to me over and over again with this unit. So please, comment. Is this the way that your unit functions? Is this from the manufacturer, the way that either it was intended to function, or a huge, in my opinion, because it's such a minimal unit, it's a huge error. It's a huge problem. If this is the way they function, I don't think I would want to buy one. I've already bought one. I'll do my best to have fun. I will have fun with it, but I kind of want to smash it with a hammer. That's been my main problem with the unit. Both of these, the one that I returned and this one, both have the exact same problem in that respect. Now, another just difference in behavior where, like I was saying, I don't know if the new one is correct or the old one was correct, is the way that the key styles is functioning on this unit. I shouldn't say key styles because that's two different keys, but the key button, the way it interacts or behaves, is different than the first unit. On the old one, the key button and pressing the keys would always play the same voice. On this one, it uses whatever voice that you have selected, which I have to imagine is the way it's intended to function, and that was an error or fault of the first unit. Let me know how your unit functions if you've got any weird shit going on with yours, because it's weird. Also, a little tidbit, like if people don't know this, according to Teenage Engineering, the swing function, although you can adjust, the meter shows up for the swing on the factory and the sub, the swing function is actually not present in the unit. The swing function is only present on, I forget what it's called, the drum machine one. Alrighty. Happy frustration.